That was Man Eater by Hall & Oates, a timeless classic and a reminder of how great were the songwriters back then. They had the ability to disguise these dark stories beneath such groovy melodies that they made you dance first, only to realize how sinister the lyrics were in the end. This track reached number one on Billboard Hot 100 chart and stayed at the top for 4 weeks. Well, it's time for another short break, dear listeners, but stick around as the energy is only going to get higher with the tracks on the other side. You're listening to Hits and Memory.
Bati Bas Dil.
Before we continue our musical festivities, we have some of the messages regarding the question we asked earlier, that what were your memories of listening to All India Radio for the first time and the songs you heard for the first time on this platform. So the first message we have received from Ashish Nanta from Solan, Himachal Pradesh. And first and foremost, thank you, Ashish, for the kind words. That thank you for keeping the magic of radio alive. Proud to be loyal listeners. He says that my first radio memory takes me back to my school days. I still remember listening to Feel by Robbie Williams. What a fantastic track. It was an amazing day. And back then, we used to send song requests only through SMS and wait excitedly for our favorite song to be played. Those were truly unforgettable radio moments. And we are also receiving a message from Mr. Vikram Jagdish Chandra from Ghaziabad, who have said, I have memories of listening to program like Forces Request back then in the 80s, used to broadcast by anchors like you, must have heard of perhaps Shri Sunit Tandon, who also used to do English news on Doordarshan every Friday. I have memories of listening to pop music produced by German co-transtel broadcast on Doordarshan Metro 2 in 1985. These are some amazing messages, and please keep these messages coming because it helps us to realize the power of radio and the grip on society radio still has. Well, dear listeners, while we listen to music to lift our spirit, but that lift of spirit cannot always be achieved by some jolly, sweet music. Sometimes we need some rock music to bring us that catharsis, that release of stress and frustration of the weekdays, so that we can step into the weekend feeling lighter. So let's shift the tone of this show and play some psych rock, some hard rock, and more. And what better way to begin that with a song that captures the stressful rhythm of the week than with the help of Jim Morrison from The Doors playing Strange Days. By The Doors. This era of rock was so hypnotic and unsettling at the same time, with Jim Morrison's haunting voice just drifting through this dreamy soundscape. The song captures that feeling of feeling disconnected, the feeling of losing one's innocence in this world. Seems like a perfect recap of the weekdays, isn't it? Well, dear listeners, let's go to the dark side of the moon with this next track. Here's Time by Pink Floyd.